Joe, are you ready for the madness?
Oh my God, I am so ready for the madness. I can't wait for these first four to start. And then Thursday, it's going to be incredible, Nikki.
Is this not like one of the best sports time of the year? Like, I think it is. I think this is one of the best times of the year.
Yeah, it's called March Madness for a reason. There's so much going on, there's so many games. It's hard not to put money on every single one of them, but let's be cautious with our betting, though, Nikki.
Let's be cautious. Unless you're going to play in our Splash Sports Survivor pool, it's $30 to enter. But, Joe, they get up to 5 re-entries, right? So if they get kicked out, they can enter again.
Oh, absolutely. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see who can beat us, Nikki. I think we're going all the way. So I want to know if anyone's going all the way with us. I think at the end, right, there's some, like, I don't think we'll have more than one winner, right? Like, it is the ultimate survivor here.
Ultimate Survivor. Yep. And then, of course, if you just want to have fun and a free bracket, you can find the Hot Takes Hard Lines bracket at CBS Sports. We've been getting that link out to you guys for a couple weeks now. So make sure you get your asses in there. You can compete against us. I am tired of winning my own bracket challenge. So someone come in there and try to take me down, take Joe down. Like, someone do it. We want
Okay,
you
are
to.
you going chalky this year? Like, I know you've got your bracket ready. I got my bracket ready. We're going to go over all of this, you guys. Make sure you get your printouts ready. Let's break them down. But you liking the chalk, or are you calling for some upsets, Nikki?
No, I think this is the key to a good bracket. You've got to call for a couple upsets. I got a couple up my sleeve that I like, and we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And of course, we have the Big East Big Three being repped here, and there's a lot of controversy with this weekend. I'm fresh off of covering the tournament, which was amazing and probably one of the best sporting experiences you could ever attend. So if you haven't done that and it's on your bucket list, I strongly suggest you go do that. It is unlike anything else you will ever experience.
Oh, absolutely. I can imagine how fantastic this week has been for you, Nikki. Any like takeaway, like one thing that you saw out of any of those teams that you're bringing into the madness here?
Yeah, I think so. We have Nova in, we have St. John's in, and we have UConn in. One thing I did take away is just how whiny the UConn fans are. I mean, they are just not satisfied. First of all, what is it with the like New England states, like the Boston fans, the UConn? Why are they obnoxious?
Oh, the Bruins. And it just doesn't stop, right?
What, like, is that a requirement to live there? Like, you
Maybe.
must be
The
obnoxious.
weather must be poor though, right? Like, is it bad weather there? I would guess so.
That has to be what it is. So they want to leave the Big East now because
Yeah.
they lost to St. John's in the championship game.
Okay.
And I mean, they tried that before and it didn't work out so well for them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was my takeaway, is that they're obnoxious. No, seriously though, UConn is very physical. So they have that working for them. St. John's is just, I mean, when they get going, they are on fire. And Villanova didn't have a great game on Wednesday or Thursday night, but they're a great three-point shooting team. Their problem is
Yeah.
if they go cold, someone will come in there and they'll start chipping away at whatever lead they had. So,
Yeah.
see.
That I am shocked that St. John's is a number 5 seed. They shouldn't be that low, right? A number 5 seed. That's they got yeah, disrespected here. I totally think, Nikki.
Yeah, I think so too. That's been the hot topic for the past few days. Obviously, that they should have been a 4. The thing is, their best out of conference win was against Baylor, though.
True.
It can't be that. And I'm trying to explain to people, like, so it's different than college football, right? Because in college basketball, your games in November, they matter. They count towards your seeding. And so people don't understand that. And all day they're like, but college football, this. It's like, okay, well, we're talking about basketball, everybody.
Yeah.
So, get
Very
with it
true.
there. Yeah.
Well, I look at my bracket, Nikki, and I've only got one number 1 seed going to the final 4. That number 1 seed I do have taking it all, so I'm going chalk for the end, but I tell ya, St. John's is making my Final Four. They're a number 5 for me. Coming in,
I
making the
think
Final Four.
I'm with you. I think they're dangerous at
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, they're so dangerous. And I know everyone wants to love Duke, right? But I think St. John's can get past them. So I was really torn with Michigan State. I think they have the ability. I think that matchup, if we get it, St. John's, Michigan State, man, it's gonna be incredible.
So you have St. John's beating Duke.
Yeah, I do. So in that Sweet 16, Duke has, so when we look at the number 1 seeds, right? We have
Right.
Duke, Arizona, we have Michigan and Florida. Out of all of the number 1 seeds, Duke has the hardest path. You look at Duke, they'll have to get past St. John's in the Sweet 16. And then they're going to face either UConn or Michigan State. I can't see UCF beating UConn. It's going to be brutal for Duke. That's too many hard games.
Yeah. Well, I think the East in general is brutal. I can't believe we got that region, right? And poor Nova and St. John's, they got to go to San Diego for their games on Friday. But again, you guys, your out of conference play matters in college basketball until they change the rules. It's going to matter. And then this is what happens. And Nova fans are upset. Well, you should have beat Georgetown. You know, what can you win the games? You have to win the games that are on your schedule. But I think the East is brutal. It is no joke. And there's some elite coaching in that East bracket.
Oh, absolutely. Right. You look at the coaching, and the coaching matters so much. I also think teams that can hit those threes, like you were talking about, that 3-point shooting, that can stay hot there, the momentum coming in, and then also teams that can slow that tempo, right? Control the pace, make it a half-court game, really slow things down. One thing I'm going to be looking at, Nikki, and I know we're going over the bracket here, but when you look at betting these games on Thursday, Friday in this first round, look at the first half unders. Look for those teams to come out that little bit slower, a little bit more cautious in the first half. You don't want to take full game unders though, Nikki, because what happens? They start fouling with the last 2 minutes. You can get 20 points in the last 2 minutes of a game, blowing that total. But first half unders, definitely sharp angles. You also want to look at, everyone's going to lay 16, 18 and a half points with Duke. There's no way I'm laying that many points. They just need the win.
Yeah. No, I don't want to lay. And I was looking at some of the lines, especially, I think UConn's laying 20. I mean, it's just, they're big spreads here. They're big. I'm not one to bet the big spreads. But no, you're right. And the thing is, when you think about St. John's, I think they're 10 and a half point favorites, 11-point favorites at this point.
Yeah, I believe so. 11 points.
Rick Pitino does not lose in the first round. Rarely ever. He doesn't really lose. But I have a question for you.
Okay.
Is there a prop bet? I tried to find it. I couldn't. So you got to ask the queen of betting over here. Is there a fun prop bet for over under on how many times Dan Hurley crashes out on the sidelines?
You know what? There should be. I haven't seen it anywhere. Those kind of prop bets, they're under novelty. Normally, nothing has come out as of yet. So I tell you, if that does come out, I want to bet it. Under novelty right now, we do have what round will the last perfect bracket break for people? First round's plus 130. Like those kind of bets you have. Who will win? Will they be cats? Will they be dogs or wolves? Devils, everything like that, but we're not getting anything on Dan Hurley at the moment, which I hope we do.
We could make our own line. How about 4? How about we start at 4 crash outs?
Yeah, 4 is a good number. Okay. Let's put the hook. Do 4.5. Then people can bet over under. There was no push.
Okay, I like that. I'm going to bet the over on that one.
I would bet the over as well. So I'm totally with you. It's going to be really interesting. But do you want to start in the East?
Start. Yeah.
What you have? Let's go.
All right. So we have, I'm doing mine on my phone because I actually didn't do it. Do you want to pull it up or no?
I don't think I'll be able to share it nicely. I'm terrible at sharing those screens.
Oh, that's okay. All right. So we have, obviously we're going to take Duke, right?
Yeah. Both of us agree on Duke. Duke has to make it out of the first round. There was no way they're not.
Imagine if they don't.
I know. That would be crazy. I think everyone's bracket would be busted.
Yeah. What wasn't there a year that happened?
It
I
was.
forget what year it was. That one was out really quickly
Yeah.
and everybody busted. I feel like it was recently too. I can't
Yeah, it
remember.
was. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Last couple of
Okay.
years. Yeah.
All right. So then we have who's next? TCU and OSU. Who do you have here?
I have Ohio State making it
Okay.
through. I think they have every ability. You look at them, both of these teams are rolling in hot, Nikki.
Mhm.
But you look at Ohio State to start March, and I really believe the momentum in March is huge. They've won their 4 games here in March. They got that big win over Purdue. And, you look at that, they also got a 32-point win over Penn State. I think they come in strong. Now, TCU's been strong as well. They've won 6 of the last 7 games, but I tell you, I think Ohio State has some of the most experienced players, especially with Bryce Thornton out there on the court.
All right. I like it. We'll go with Ohio State. Then we have, obviously, I'm taking St. John's here. I know you are too. All right.
Absolutely.
Then we have, I'm going to take Kansas for this matchup. I assume you have Kansas.
Got to be Kansas. Cal Baptist isn't coming through.
They're like the little engines that could, I guess, right?
They're going to try.
They're going to try. They'll try. You guys know there's upsets. We just haven't gotten to them yet, but you gotta make sure you predict the upsets because
I got a ton of upsets everywhere except I think the East. The East is chalky.
Yes, it's very
Right?
chalky. Yeah, it is. Sometimes it's like that. I assume that you have Louisville at 6.
I do. I flirted with South Florida. I think they probably cover plus the points, but I think Louisville squeaks it out in a 1-2 point win.
Okay. I'm gonna take Michigan State there.
You?
See, UCLA and UCF is a tough one for me.
It's a hard one. I went UCF in this
Okay.
one. I like them. They're making their 6th tournament appearance here. The first time in school history since 2019. This team is going to come out. They're going to bring everything they have. UCLA, they're dealing with a ton of injuries still. Nikki, and I just don't think they're at 100%. So I think they're going to struggle. I think UCF pulls it off.
All right. I like that. We'll go with UCF. We have UConn and Furman. I just did my preview on this one. Obviously, I'm going to take UConn. They are like a 20-point favorite here, but I just want to throw it out there that in 2023, Furman did knock off the 4-seed Virginia. So it's not like they can't do it, but I don't think they're doing it again. They're also a small team, so I think UConn's going to overpower them.
Right. One thing that scares me is 98% of the betting markets on UConn, 2% on Furman. We know Vegas is around for a reason, but I can't see it happening. I'll probably grab Furman plus the points, though. Like, I'm not going to look at UConn. I'm not going to lay all the points when we look at the spread.
Yeah, no, I think it's 18.5 right now. So, yeah. All right. I think we are the same there. So then we would have Duke and Ohio State.
Gotta be Duke, right?
Yep.
Duke rolls through.
Yep. I'm going to have them against St. John's right there. Yeah. And then I'm going to take Louisville over Michigan State.
Okay. See, I'm going to roll with Michigan State. So we're going to differ on that one.
Yeah, we are.
And then I'm going to roll. But it's Tom Izzo for me, right? It's all about Izzo.
I know. I agree. But I'm shaking it up a little bit. And then I'm going to take UConn. So I would have UCF versus UConn. All right. I'm going to, is it a homer pick of me? Not a homer. I'm not an SJU fan, but
yeah.
Is that, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just rep it. We'll do it. So I'm going to have SJU and UConn in a rematch. I know that's so homer, so Big East to do that, but that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Well, I like it, Nikki. I think it has every possibility. For me, I'm going to do St. John's versus Michigan State because I think Michigan State can get past UConn. I think it's going to be a hard one. I just trust in Tom Izzo. So then in the East here, I have St. John's versus Michigan State. I got Michigan State coming out of it.
I have UConn coming out of that one. They get
Okay.
their revenge that they didn't get on Saturday night.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. You want to talk the South, or where do you want to go? South,
Yeah,
West, where are we going?
let's go south.
Okay.
I'm going to take Florida. Obviously, I assume you have Florida, or are you taking the play-in?
No, I look at these play-in teams, Nikki, and while it's going to be interesting to watch how they do, I just don't see a play-in team being able to, win 2 in a row, right? It's really hard for them. Number 16 seed Lehigh comes in here and takes down Florida. I think everyone is going to be just blown away. So Florida for me as well. And then I'm going to go Clemson over Iowa. Where are you going with that one?
I have Clemson over Iowa too.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, then
I
are you
think
going to look
so.
at
Maybe we
Vanderbilt?
know. I think we know too much. We should have done another fun bracket where we just do what other people do and they pick off a like, I don't know anything about this team, and they just go.
Yeah. Right? That would have been interesting to see.
All right. I'm gonna take Vandy on this one. What about you?
Me too. Yeah, it's got to be Vandy. And then I'm going to go Nebraska over Troy. Not seeing an upset there. But I am seeing an upset North Carolina VCU. I got to roll with VCU in this one. I think we've got a strong ability to get that upset here. It's going to be a really interesting matchup between these two. You look at North Carolina, they can't defend against those 3-pointers. And this is like something that VCU is so strong. They hit 36.7% of their 3-point attempts. So I think they make it through. They could be one of those maybe Cinderella teams. At least in the first round, they're going to get through. Not sure if they get through the second, Nikki.
All right. Well, I'm going to go UNC for this one because I have my upset in the next one. Okay. I have the Quakers upsetting Illinois.
Ooh, okay.
They're a dangerous team. I've seen them in action. Yeah. They are a fantastic 3-point shooting team. They play really fast and they're great ball handlers. So I think people are going to sleep on them, and I get why, but don't sleep on the Quakers. So I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is, and I'm gonna take them to upset Illinois.
Okay, there you go. So I have Illinois versus Houston in the Sweet 16. So that's how I get to the Sweet 16, because I have Houston taking out Idaho, St. Mary's beating Texas A&M, and then Houston beating St. Mary's. So I know it's not really exciting. It's kind of chalky there, but I do think Houston can take down Illinois then, and then it's Florida versus Houston. And I know a lot of people would want to look at the number 1 seed, but I got Houston.
All right. I have Florida and Houston as well, and I'm going to take Florida on that one.
Okay. There we go. So we're opposite there. This is really interesting, Nikki, because we so far for our Final Four have 2 completely opposite teams.
Yep.
Let's see if we can get one at least the same, okay? Or maybe we'll have the national champ the same, unless your national champ comes from the South or the East.
We'll see.
Okay. Let's talk the West.
Okay, let's talk about the West. Okay. I assume you have Arizona?
I do. I love Arizona in this one.
What about the next one?
It's got to be Villanova over Utah State. Villanova to get through? What do you think?
Yeah, I have Nova getting through. I think they are reeling from that Georgetown loss. Utah State. Why say Iowa State? See, this is the thing. You talk basketball all week. All of these schools start blending. Utah State is really good on offense, but Nova's defense can counter that. And honestly, I just think they have the pedigree and the tournament experience to be able to pull out this win.
Okay. Like, where are you going with that? Okay, here's my upset. I've got a couple upsets. I've got High Point, number 12 seed over number 5 seed in Wisconsin. I think High Point is going to blow them away, and no one's going to, well, anyone who watched this show is going to see it coming, because I think this team has every ability, Nikki, to really play strong in this one. You look at them, they've won 14 straight. They're rolling with that hot momentum. I think they could be like a really strong Cinderella team, at least for the first couple of rounds. They are so strong offensively. And they can offensively and defensively, they can get those turnovers, right? And they have great ball security themselves. So I think Wisconsin's going to be in trouble.
Interesting. I like that. I like a good upset pick. I'm going to go the other way. I'll take Arkansas on that one. But
Yeah.
I have the play-in team over BYU.
Ooh, you do. So that is Texas or NC State, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
That's quite an upset. I got BYU in that one. Gonzaga versus Kennesaw. I got Gonzaga.
Yep.
Okay. What about Miami versus Missouri? This is going to be a tight one.
I think it's going to be tight too. I'm going to edge to Miami a little bit on this one, but I could see this going either way. This is probably one of the harder ones, I think, to pick.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I went with Miami as well. I think Miami's depth and their ability to score in transition at the end, like, will pull away at the end of this game. I think this is going to be absolute sweat. So I think this is going to be a game where I don't go in with either team like laying the points or grabbing the points. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look for one of these teams to go on a run, come back in on the dog plus more points, because I think it's going to finish, 2-3 points here, Nikki.
I was going to say, what do you think? 2 points?
Yeah, 2-point game.
Okay.
It's that one basket at the very end. And it's probably going to be a buzzer beater, right? Like, we're all going to be sitting there thinking our bracket is completely safe. It's going to come down to that last shot right at the buzzer. And it's going to be like, did it get in? Did it not? And either way, someone's going to bust their bracket.
Joe's waiting for the busted brackets, but that sounds like a great survivor pick. So if you guys take that, you can jump back in. And I do think that's a 2-point game as well. It's going to just be close and tight the entire way through, I think.
Yeah, it absolutely will. Purdue's getting through over Queens, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So then we have our round 2. You already took Arkansas in round 2. That was versus Wisconsin, right? Because you had Wisconsin over High Point.
Yep. So I have Arizona and Wisconsin, and then I have Gonzaga and Purdue.
Okay. So I've got BYU, Purdue, and Arizona and High Point. So, and then I've got Purdue beating BYU, Arizona beating High Point. So my final here in the West is Arizona versus Purdue.
Me too. And I'm going to take Purdue to beat Arizona.
Oh, and I've got Arizona. Okay. See, we haven't agreed on one of these yet. Okay, Our final 4 is all over the place.
But that makes it fun.
It does.
And interesting.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to the Midwest. I've got another couple of big upsets here in the Midwest. So
all right, go for it.
But it's not Michigan. I got Michigan.
I do too.
Okay, what about
but it's not Michigan?
Right? Michigan has to make this one deep. Georgia, St. Louis.
That's St. Louis for this one.
Okay, I've got Georgia. See, opposite there as well. This is where my big first upset comes in the Midwest. I've got Akron, number 12 seed, taking down Texas Tech, number 5 seed. I look at Akron in this one, and I think they have every ability to really push in this game. They, I think, are going to be live for the whole game, because you look at Texas Tech and JT Dobbins or Toppins. I always want to say Dobbins. I don't know why. Toppins is out, right? They lost him for the season. I think that is going to be huge for this team, and I think Akron is going to capitalize on him not being in the lineup.
I like that. I can see that. And I see a lot of people taking Akron as one of their upsets. But my upset comes in the next bracket. I have Hofstra beating Alabama.
Sweet. We're on the same page with this one. I love it. Because, again, Hofstra, another team, can shoot those threes, right? They shoot 36.8% from deep. And they don't just have one guy who's able to get it. Like, if you're looking at one guy, if you're wanting to bet his props, I'd look at Davis. But they have a couple other guys out there that can get those shots. And Alabama, they can't defend the perimeter at all.
Nope, they can't. And that's my big sticking point. And I said this on social media, and people were like, you don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy. Now, we don't know what's going to happen, but I tend to, like, I'm not that crazy. I could see this easily being one of the upsets.
Oh, absolutely. It's already on my, like, round robin upset parlay tickets that I've built, that and Akron, right? I've got both of them plus the points. I got them straight up on the money line. Like, I think we're in for some fun. I love March Madness, Nikki.
So do I. Best time of the year. So I have Tennessee and UVA going.
I got Tennessee as well. Virginia as well. I then have Santa Clara over Kentucky.
Oh, you do? Okay, I'm going to take Kentucky on that one.
Okay. What about Iowa State and Tennessee State?
Yep, I'm going to take Iowa State on that one.
Yeah.
I just think they're way too powerful for Tennessee.
Oh, yeah. Tennessee is going to be in trouble for sure. So we look at Michigan, Georgia. Who did you have coming out of that one? Or you got St. Louis, right? So do you think St. Louis upsets Michigan?
No. It would be nice, but I don't think so. I have Michigan.
Yeah, I've got Michigan coming out.
Yeah.
Okay, so both of us have Michigan coming out of that round. Okay, so I've got Akron beating Texas Tech. We both got Hofstra beating Alabama. So you have Texas Tech versus Hofstra. I've got Akron versus Hofstra. Who do you think makes through?
So I'll have Texas Tech making that through, that one final, that last push. Although I'll be rooting for Hofstra to do it, but
interesting, because then I have Akron. So I think whoever wins between Texas Tech and Akron will beat Hofstra, right? I think Hofstra, they're going to come out strong. They're going to get a nice win over Alabama. But I think everyone then is going to be thinking they're the Cinderella team. And I think it's actually Akron in this bracket.
You love Akron. You love it.
Love it.
Riding hard for Akron. Who knew? Yeah. Did not know this. See, guys, we don't actually prep. We just go, this is what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
That's like 7 years of experience just popping on. And so I didn't know Joe was going to ride this hard for Akron, but hey, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be so much fun. If they go out in that first round, I'm going to be highly disappointed because, you know, I think they have every ability. I've got already all my money sitting on them in these matchups and to make it, you know, because I have them making it to the Sweet 16 versus Michigan. Right. So a number 1 versus a number 12 seed. And yeah, I think Michigan comes out, Nikki, but Akron, they could push them.
You love it. Hey, I'm with it. I do have Michigan ultimately winning the Midwest region, but I think that actually comes down to I have it Michigan and Tennessee.
Okay. And I have Michigan and Iowa State.
Okay.
And I've got Iowa State coming out. So I tell you, this is nuts how different our bets are, but one of us is going to be sitting pretty at the end of the day.
Yes, one of us will be. I have UConn, Florida, Purdue, and Michigan as my final 4.
Okay. And I have Michigan State, Houston, Arizona, and Iowa State. So the question, Nikki, is who's making it to the championship game for you?
I have Florida and Purdue.
Okay. And I have Houston and Arizona, a number 2 and a number 1. Houston, we know, lost last season to Florida. Who wins it for you?
I have Purdue knocking off Florida.
Ooh, I know. I was talking to Coach James Young, and he's high on Purdue this season. So that's a nice one. I got Arizona. I got the number 1 seed taking it all here in Arizona. I think they have the easiest path, and they'll have the energy down the stretch. So there we go. You did a total combined final score.
I did not.
For the tiebreaker.
What do you have?
Do that. I got 141. If anyone cares, wants that number, right?
Everyone should care.
Everyone does care, right? It's going to be fun, Nikki. So what are your plans for March Madness? Where are you watching? Like, do you make a big thing of it at home? Like, do you make a bunch of like appies, sit down all day on the weekend? What are you doing?
Yeah, I am. My team knows, like, they've been great. Like they knew I was going to be at Big East tournament, you know, this whole week. Like they know this is like one of the best times of the year. So I'm working, but I'm trying to get all of the stuff done by Thursday. So I know we have some playing games coming. But after that, I plan on just like, here's the thing. well, I don't know if I'm going to be in Philly covering. Probably not. I knew that's a late game for UConn. I think it's a 10 o'clock tip. So probably not. But if they send me, you know how it goes, you go. Other than that, I plan on just sitting on my couch. I need to watch this Nova game in private. Like I need to just not be around people. And then, you know, you jump right into the content, right? And I have to keep the Big East coverage going. And then we'll have bracket movement right away. So it's kind of like you get to enjoy it, but it's also work at the same time because we immediately have to jump into coverage on it.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a lot to like keep up with, go over, and then get that content out to you guys. So make sure you stay tuned, not only here on Hot Takes, but to Nikki and my Instagrams, because Nikki, you're crushing it with that content, with that short reel content coming out all the time. Like I can't believe how much you're able to pump out.
Thank you. I'm learning from the best. I watched Joe for a long time and then she was like, "Are you available? I think we should team up." It was like, you know, it's funny because I've been a fan of yours. So to do this is like, you don't think that, right? Because you're you and you're like, okay, like I don't have fans.
Kind of weird.
It's weird, right? And now it's like, I
Yeah.
mean, how great was the show? We just popped on. We talked a little bit about March Madness and brackets. And honestly, I've heard some crazy takes out there. You know, you guys should just listen to us because we're so entrenched in this sport and we actually know what we are talking about. So yes, we will have lots of content coming your way. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. I obviously will give you lots of content, but it will be Big East heavy. Joe's going to come in on the betting side, so make sure you listen to her. And then, of course, we'll do, you know, some upset picks and just kind of, we're going to play along with you guys. In our show next week, we'll see who's in the lead with things. So again, make sure you sign up for our CBS bracket. That one's free. Or our Splash Sports Survivor. That is a tongue twister bracket where it's $30 to enter. You can re-enter up to 5 times. Joe, do you have a mean tweet of the week?
Ooh, you know what? I've stayed out of my DMs this week. Isn't that interesting? Because I've been going over everything here. Let's just like open those requests on X because you know it's going to be absolutely insane as soon as we do. There is a lot, Nikki. I don't want to even open their male faces and then sent a photo. There is like 10 of those. So I can't do that here. I can't mentally open those. Can you open that?
No.
Like if that's in your inbox, can you do that?
No.
Not opening
No, you
that.
can't. No, it's just, I just want everyone to know we ignore all of that, all of those things. Well, I got a mean backhanded compliment from WFAN. Do you want to hear about it?
Oh, I absolutely do.
Okay, so WFAN's always got something to say about me, right? And I think it was Friday. Now, I don't listen to them because I just think the radio station has gone downhill, you know, after a long time. So usually my followers will let me know. And the Craig Carton show, now this was the backhanded compliment. He had said, he was making fun of Tiki and Evan and Sean Morash for putting out fake stories, which Morash always does put out fake stories and he doesn't vet his sources. And I do. So Craig Carton said, "Get me the girl with the big lips on the phone because she at least vets her sources and does her job and she's always right." Now, I appreciate the credibility. However, I've done his show before and I've been on the morning show with Boomer and Rio, and I've done Craig Carton's show. And this is like I don't know, 20th time he's referred to me as the girl either with big lips or lip
You just
filler.
can't remember your name.
And it's like, how do you not know that? Because your producer's following me. I've done your show. People call in and ask, like, what am I posting about? And you guys read my tweets out loud. So it's like, how do you not know my name? So that was my mean public tweet of the week out to millions of listeners. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, that's lovely, Nikki. You guys, her name is Nikki. Go give her a follow on all social media. She's going to bring you the information. I just opened one that I can actually read on air, Nikki, because I went through a couple and I don't even want to say the kind of language those people were putting out. But this one that I can read is They said, the fact that you think you know sports as a female is an absolute joke. What do you know about playing them?
Oh, yeah, I love that one. No, sir, you're an absolute joke. And I bet you look like a troll who just crawled out from underneath a bridge. And you're just jealous because you can't do what we do.
Well, it's kind of funny. His profile picture is Kyler Murray. So yeah.
Oh, don't you love that joke? It's either somebody with, it's just like a cat or an avatar or something. And they're just
Yeah.
telling us, like, you don't belong at the Big East tournament. You're a girl. You don't know anything.
It's unbelievable.
Okay.
It really is, Nikki. But you guys keep those positive comments coming. We definitely want to hear them. Drop below here who you have taken it all, because I got Arizona. Nikki, who do you have? Purdue?
I've got Purdue.
Man, it's going to be so exciting. I know I talked to Coach James Young today. He had Houston, but he's had Houston the last couple of years, Nikki. He's not going to get off of them. He thinks they have every ability. So we'll see. We'll see who gets through. It's going to be so exciting. But we don't have a show tomorrow night. We're back next Tuesday because we did the special today.
Yep. So we'll see you guys next week, and make sure you let us know who your Final Four is and your ultimate champion.
Okay, Nikki, best of luck this week. Let's make some freaking money.
Let's make some money. Bye, guys.